Wow, we back, lived out your dreams nearly 5 years after the Mo3 Red Rum. Trial date is set for murder for hire case. So let's give it up for that. Dallas business. Let's talk about what's really going on. It's been nearly 5 years since Dallas rapper Mo3 was been tragically deleted. Now one man accused of it that is expected to face a jury trial. David Brown, originally indicted for murder back in 21, facing federal charges including capital murder. According to the indictment in March, prosecutor said Brown was paid to unalive three, and that person behind the payout was fellow rapper Yellow Beezy. Court records show the trial is expected to begin in November. Another man, Key Wine, was also accused of the murder. Police tied to the shooting in 2020. Prosecutor alleged Beezy hired White to carry out the attack. A video presenting Beezy Bond showed man wearing the ski mask, exiting a Camaro. Mo3 left his car, man chased him, shot him several shots. Brown alleged involvement in the case remains unclear. Both men were arrested shortly after. White is serving a 9-year prison sentence on the gun crime. He's in federal custody. As Brown is booked in the Dallas County Jail with a bond, and he can't bond out. Yellow Bees is charged with while remuneration in connection with her. That charge happens when a murder occurs in order to receive a benefit or financial settlement upon the. His bail has been lowered from $2 million to $750,000. There is no contact or direct contact with the victim, co-defendant. He is under house arrest. The case has brought the hip hop community, although both authorities have denied having a conflict. So I guess this is the case for Brown, but I don't know what's the case for Beasley. So I don't know. I don't know how that works. But however, we got a case. So whatever happens in this courtroom is going to let us know Yellow Beezy's fate. And since they ain't got no money to bond out of jail, that tells me they ain't got no good lawyers. And if they ain't got no good lawyers, they gotta take what the people give them. And for Yellow Beezy, on the other hand, he out on bond right now, but he's under house confinement, so maybe he can go do his shows and perform or whatever. But ever since this has happened, everybody on that side has went down, and Mo3 is only getting bigger songs, bigger radio push, and bigger presence being filled. So it's even worse for them. And they should have kept it rap. They should have kept it hip hop and just Yellow Bees. You just should have kept singing and doing a good job singing and doing all that. Everybody want to be a gangster, and I understand because Mo3 was a lot of pressure to everybody. Mo3 was applying so much pressure, you had to get him out the way. So at the same time, Mo3 lost his life because he was doing too much. God gave him so much, and he still wanted to go back. That's why he gone. But the people that got him out of here, that's why they go out of there. Trap Boy Freddy out there, Yellow Belly out there, people in jail out there, Keywan out of there, everybody, they whole situation out there. Even Errol Spence out of there. So it's just a little Dallas business going on. We pray to everybody, pray the best for everybody. I will be covering this case. I might have to go down there in person to see what's really going on with my own squad. You understand what I'm saying? And until then, we're gonna leave it at that though. I heard Trap Boy Freddy, he gonna have to get on the stand and testify. He wanna keep his name clean. I heard Yellow Belly. I hear you out of there. I know you got a couple dollars, but it's all good. But at the same time, you better get your money up. You gotta get your lawyers right. You gotta get everybody background right. And you should have got everybody a lawyer if you're a real gangster. If you a real gangster, you gotta get everybody a lawyer, gangster. Gangster. If you a real gangster, you gotta make sure everybody got a lawyer and everybody stick to what they supposed to do. You supposed to know what they gonna say from the get go. You the main man. They can't come touch you. You supposed to be untouchable. You the one got the money. So you make sure everybody got lawyers. You make sure everybody got bond money. They can go home and keep their kids for the meanwhile. So you're supposed to put that money up and put that money up. Because once you pay for the hit, that ain't all you paying for. You're paying for the lawyers. You're paying for the bond. Paying for them to eat good until they go on and and going down there and talking to people. You just can't pay for the hit and not get them boy no lawyer. They gonna tell on you. Gangsters know this. You just can't pay for the hit. You gotta pay for the lawyer. You gotta pay for the bail. And then you gotta make sure they got a couple dollars in their pocket until they go face that time. But they won't tell on you. Because if you just pay for the hit, they gonna tell on you. Gangster, you know this gangster. Come on, gangster. We all know this. That's the number one rule. If you pay for somebody to do something, you really not supposed to pay for nobody to do it anyway. But since you in a better position than everybody, okay, cool. You gotta pay for the lawyer, dog. And you gotta pay the people bond. You just can't leave them in there. They gonna send you to jail. They gonna tell you. You know the rules. But apparently you don't know the rules. You played that position and you lost that position because that ain't who you is, man. And it's all good. Everybody play the fool until it's time to be a fool, and then look who's the fool. But we gonna leave it at that, you know. We gonna leave it at that. We ain't judging nobody. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to put in your own work. If you ain't put in your own work because you're a big time superstar, you're supposed to pay the bonds, man. You're supposed to pay the jail. You're supposed to pay for the bond. You're supposed to pay for the people lawyer. You just can't pay for the hit. You gotta pay for the lawyer, and you gotta pay for the bond. We're gonna leave it at that. But we got trial date November, 5 years later. And I might have to go down there and see what's going on with that. I might have to go down there and see what's going on. And we're gonna leave it like that. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Put them gorillas along with 3 in the comments. And put them yellow bellies for the yellow bee in the comments if you're rocking with them. And until next time, man, y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and get at the key. Peace.